Next to a top story we've been keeping our eyes on. This man, a Mountain View Town Council member, Brent Metz, accused of shooting a 17-year-old boy in the face. The boy and his 15-year-old friend jumped a fence to ask permission to shoot photos on a scenic property. They found no one home, so they left.
The teenage boys were sitting in their car along a public road in front of the house when the 17-year-old was shot. He was bleeding profusely when a deputy arrived, but he did survive. The man accused of shooting him now says his gun misfired. Alan Janae joins us on set tonight. So, Alan, this case certainly complicated.
Absolutely. This is a case really that has ignited a lot of controversy and questions about the use of a gun, why he pulled it, and where it was pointed. The affidavit in the case shows Brent Metz exclaimed, "Oh, expletive, my gun went off." Now his defense team is indicating it will put the blame on the gun itself. It is a beautiful property in Conifer, a place Brent Metz and his wife own and offer for short-term rental. It was here along a public road outside the fence where the boys were in a car, composing a note to ask permission to take photos for homecoming when the tragedy happened. Attorneys David Jones and Chris Decker are now building a defense.
He's tremendously sorry. He wishes this whole incident never occurred. He feels badly that this young man was injured.
Metz, they say, commonly carries guns and knows them well.
He's been a concealed weapon carrying permit for 18 years. He's got extensive experience with firearms. He was putting his firearm in his holster and it went off as he was getting out of the car.
You take a concealed carry class and the first thing they tell you is you pull a gun, it's your responsibility. Why is it not then his responsibility?
In this particular case, he did not put his finger in the trigger guard. He was not intending to fire it. He was just handling the weapon at the time.
And for that reason, say Jones and Decker, it's not Metz's fault.
Should there be responsibility? Absolutely. And we feel that that should fall on Sig Sauer.
The weapon he had was a Sig Sauer P320, which has been the subject of claims that it can easily misfire. Some from police officers who say the gun has gone off in holsters.
Explain to me how a gun goes off getting out of the car.
The gun maker did not reply to our request for comment, but in a statement released last year said claims that the P320 is capable of firing without a trigger pull are without merit. Some police departments, including Denver, however, no longer allow its officers to use the weapon. The gun maker offered free modifications of it and changed its design in 2017.
And I'm here to talk to you about the differences between an upgraded 320 and a non-upgraded 320.
The gun used by Metz, says attorney Chris Decker, was made after the modifications,
which we believe does not and did not solve the problem here.
But former prosecutor Raj Chauhan notes there is other evidence, like how Metz pulled up in front of the teens, blocking them in.
Very likely the prosecution is going to say that's a bunch of nonsense, given all the context in place, pulling the vehicle in to block the other car from leaving, getting out, pointing a gun in the direction of the person who was shot, and then having the gun go off.
The arrest affidavit says the other teenager reported Metz got out, walked toward the front of the car, pulled the handgun from his holster, and pointed it towards them. Those were his words, pointed the gun toward them.
Yep. That's what he said.
Explain that.
Well, we don't believe that's the case.
They will have to argue that the teen was mistaken.
There's going to be some deference given to what they saw and what they remember. And the person who's got the most self-serving version of this is going to be the shooter.
There still remains the chance, though, the arguments could create doubt in the jury, in a case widely argued already in the court of public opinion.
They're going to sit there and go, what makes more sense?
Sig Sauer has argued that claims of unsafe firing are due to unsafe handling. The Office of the District Attorney in Jefferson County would not comment on an ongoing case. It is notable, though, that they have made no plea deal with Metz. Brent Metz faces a recall election for his town council seat next week. His next court date is in late June.
A lot going on here, and obviously we'll see how this plays out in front of a jury, Alan.
We'll keep track.
Thank you.